welcome to Amazing Saturday Night Chat. I appreciate each and every single one of y'all for being here. It's probably about the most moving that I've done all day. Oh, goodness, it's been one of those days. Hope everybody's good. Dancing out. Oh, it's been such a day today. I have not been moving a whole lot. And when I come backstage and I turn that music on, I just couldn't help but just sit and just kind of dance. It's just been just a joy finally to be able to move a little bit more. I've been in a lot of pain all day today, but I'm okay. As you get older, I can't do the things that I once did. And I used to sit on the floor all the time. And so I'm getting ready for painting my laundry room. And so I was sitting down on the floor last night and I was scrubbing the baseboards and washing the walls. And I got up and I had a hard time walking. And I thought, oh no. So I took some medicine. I went to bed and then I woke up this morning and I'm like, oh, Sir Grace, I can't even walk. And he's like, oh my. And so it's just been one of those rough goes. And I kept going back and forth. Do I go to the emergency room? Do I go to the urgent care? Do I just give it more time? Well, I ended up just giving it more time. So I'm finally feeling better. The pain is all gone and I can sit back and dance, which is such a refresher. But I am okay. I am okay. I think from now on, I'm going to just, when I have to get down on the ground, I'm going to have to find some kind of cushion or something to sit on. I can't just sit on the ground anymore, which is no fun. But anyhow, it's going to be okay. And we're going to get through this. And I'm going to be painting later tonight, kind of getting the first coat on. I'll be a little bit behind, but that's okay. We're still moving forward. But anyhow, enough with that. It is still a beautiful day. It is still wonderful. Everything is going good here. Otherwise, I don't know if y'all have seen this, but I went live this week when I was doing winter seed sowing. I was asked, how do you winter seed sow? And some people think I'm crazy, but it is time right now, especially if you live in the climates, I would say 6B and then going because we're 7A now, but I still go by a 6B growing zone. But now is the time to start winter seed sowing for your winter cold crops and your perennials. And I did a live. But the best part of that is I came live from the kitchen. So you guys can go back and see that. I also dropped a quick short so you can kind of get an idea of how that is. And let me just say, I have enjoyed that kitchen so much. I'm telling you, I lived in a dungeon is what it felt like working in that kitchen. It was so dark and gloomy and sad and didn't have space. And so now I'm in this bright, beautiful kitchen. I feel like I can maneuver it. I feel like it's a proper working kitchen. Things flow so much better. So we have enjoyed it still to this day. And I'm still thankful that we push forward with the renovation. And I'm so grateful to Jesse and Lisa for suggesting IKEA, which maybe I need a hashtag like IKEA something, and maybe they could like sponsor me because, that's a dangerous place to go shopping because you get all kinds of ideas. But anyhow, well, let's see who's in the house. I'm so excited that each of you guys are here. And first up was Joe Fix It For You. He says, hey, Glenda. Oh, and speaking of the kitchen, great job. I'm so glad you like that. It is gorgeous. It is absolutely beautiful. Oh, and he smashed that like button. Did you? Thank you so much for smashing the like button. And Rebecca's here. Hey, girly. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you so much. Oh, it's Psalm 146. God's glorious afternoon, evening, everyone from the bushes. Hey, girl. I hope you're staying warm up in the Chicago area. I don't know what the temperature's like, but we're finally getting warmer in southern Indiana. And so I've been thinking about you with those temperatures. I hope you're staying warm. Hey, James, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for stopping in. I hope you're doing well. And then I see everybody is saying hi to one another, and I see some links being dropped back and forth. Oh, Jaden's in the house. Hey, Jaden, thank you so much for being here. And then James said, hey, Glenda. And then I see more highs to one another. And let's see here. Jennifer Ocean Homestead is in the house. She says, hello to everybody. So, oh, I'm so glad you're here. Prayers for Sir Grace. I hope he's doing better. He actually is. Sir Grace, I didn't really announce it, but Sir Grace has been under the weather for a little while. I took him to see his doctor this week. On Thursday, and she got him some meds. It started after our flight back from Washington, D.C. I think he was sitting next to somebody who was sick, but it wasn't anything contagious because I didn't get anything, and then the ones that have been around Sir Grace didn't get sick. It was just something that happened. Maybe it could have been the weather change. Who knows? I don't know, but he'd been sick since probably like the second week in December, third week maybe, but right in that time frame when we got back from DC, he was sick. For those who didn't know, I did go to Washington DC for a week. Sir Grace and I went down to a huge gala and had an amazing time. So yeah, that was when he got sick, and he kept trying vitamin C and elderberry syrup and honey and, all the natural ways. And unfortunately, nothing worked. So now we had to go see the doctor. And he is starting to feel better. Jesse. Oh man, I missed the Boogie Woogie dance floor. Well, you know what? I know another channel, maybe tonight, that puts on some cool dancing music. Just saying. Hey, Jesse, I'm so glad you guys are here. I hope you guys are doing well. And then let's see, everybody saying hi. Let's hear it. If I sit on the floor, I need a tow truck to lift me back up because I just get so stiff. Unfortunately, that's where I'm headed to right now. And I am somebody that loves sitting on the floor. I love playing with my grands, because they're littles. And yeah, this is unfortunately a hard lesson that I've learned. Oh, Alfonso's here. Hey, Glenda, hope you're having a blessed day. It's been brutally cold here. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's been cold where you're at. I have to tell you, we are starting to warm up, and the snow from like 2.5 weeks ago is finally starting to melt. I went out and I saw my hens. They've been I haven't locked them into their little run, but they have not left their little run because of the ice and the snow that's been in the big run. And I noticed today that they were slipping in and out of both runs. And I love it because I want my girls to get as much sunshine and fresh air and exercise as possible. And I know it's been brutal here for a while on them as well. But we've done everything we could do to keep, those activities going with treats and different kinds of like toys and things that you can put out for your chickens. And yeah, my girls have a xylophone, so they can peck at it, make noise. You can put treats down, and it's funny. But we've done everything we can do to offer enrichment things for them. And yeah, I was just really excited. It just warmed my heart to see them going out into their big run. So I'm so grateful. Oh, Ginger, you're in the house. Hey, girl, I hope you're doing good. I'm so glad that you're here. And then let's see here. Oh, what did I miss? I missed something. Thanks so much, Rebecca. I'm excited. What did I miss? Oh, she shipped a package. Awesome. Awesome. I'm wondering if it's one of your beautiful hats that you're sending to Jennifer. Let me just say, I love my Rebecca Touch My Yarn hat. And while it's been brutally cold, that's what this girl has been rocking around. And I have gotten so many compliments. I will say I've lost some weight, so my head's maybe not as big, although my hair is still pretty poofy. But I love my Rebecca Touch My Yarn hat. It's so warm and so nice. Let's see here. I see everybody saying hi to one another. I'm just going to kind of go through. Hopefully I don't miss anybody. Let's see here. Oh, CB's in the house. Hey, girl, I hope you're doing good. Thank you for stopping in. I have to tell you, what a beautiful doggie that you've got is your picture. I love seeing everybody's dogs. So sweet. Let's see here. Oh, Glenda, that's so awesome. So happy for you making so much progress. I'm jelly for sure. Oh, let me say, it has been one thing after another. And I am so glad that we're finally moving forward with, kind of getting in that element of, okay, I think we can do this renovation. I think we can do that. And I'm right now getting ready. I'll be painting tonight. I'm working on my laundry room, and the cabinets are coming tomorrow for the laundry room. I'm not adding a whole kitchen amount of cabinets. I ordered just 3 of them, just so I can have storage to put my laundry soaps and different things that you need for your laundry room, household cleaners. Put that away. I'm so sick and tired of looking at things just sitting around. So yeah, they're gonna have a home. I'm excited. Let's see here. I'm just kind of making sure I didn't miss anything. Still looking there. Oh, Troy slipped in the house. Hey, Troy, I hope you're feeling better. I've still been praying for you, and I'm so glad you're here. You keep staying strong and you keep moving forward. Let me tell you, buddy, you got a testimony and a half to share one day. But we're still praying for your healing, and I hope that things are going good. I know that you're out of the hospital, so I hope things are you're settling down and things are getting back to the new normal. So I'm so glad you're here. And then let's see here. Everybody's saying hi. Did I miss anybody? I hope not. And as Jennifer said, be sure to hit that like button and make sure you're still subscribed. I'm going to tell you something. Here lately, I've been getting unsubscribed from channels, and I have had to go back and check. And they are ones that I interact with, and it's very frustrating to me. So yeah, you might want to, you guys, take a tip, or just as a tip, go through and be kind of checking to make sure you're still subscribed to those channels that you want to be subscribed to, because I don't know what's been going on, but here lately it's happened again. Every now and then I go through this, and I keep going, why haven't I heard from this person, or I haven't seen a video in a while? And then, oh, I got unsubscribed. Lovely. So definitely go back and make sure you're still subscribed. It's cold as penguin's toes. Oh, girl. The dude that's installing new flooring downstairs keeps leaving the back door. Oh, yeah. Oh, and so the frigid air is coming up here, seeping under the door. Oh, I hate that for you. But I'm wearing the socks that you sent, so that's a plus. Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so glad. Yeah, I hate when you're under renovation or under construction in any way, shape, or form, and you got to have those doors open, or for whatever reason. And oh, I hate it. I hate it. I understand that one. See, hey, Lisa and Jesse. Okay, if it's respiratory, lysine powder will clear it up. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I know that he's on medicine now, and it's helping. I know that the elderberry syrup really helps support his body. The doctor had said it could have been a lot worse. So I'm a huge believer in elderberry syrup, and I had just made a whole bunch. And what I like to do when I make it, I do it in the crock pot. And I'll make a nice big batch, and I'll split it between mason jars, and I put honey in there. I let it cool all the way down, like the elderberry juice. I let that cool all the way back down to room temperature, and then I add in local honey to it while it's cool, and I'll give it a good mix. And then I split them into jars, and I'll keep one in the refrigerator, and I'll throw the rest in the freezer. So we just pull it out when we're empty, out of one jar, because quite frankly, whenever I make elderberry syrup, I'm only making it for 2 people, and I don't want that stuff going bad. So I keep it in the freezer, and he's been real good about taking it. So I'm a huge believer in that. Let's see here. I need a long now. You need a long one. Oh, I'd love to have one. I've seen them, but like the Santa ones, that would be so cool. I'll tell you, girl, I love all of your creations, and your hats are amazing. Oh, Karma. Oh my goodness. I was invited to be on Lewis Acre Farm on Monday And then also I stopped in for just a minute on Tuesday from the kitchen because I was still working on my winter seed sowing when she was doing Talk About It Tuesday. And I actually said it right. I couldn't say it right for whatever reason on Tuesday. Anyhow, but yeah, so go back and check it out. Go support Karma and her channel, and make sure you hit the like button. And yeah, if you want to see what we talked about, there's your little teaser for Monday and Tuesday. And she said, hey, chat. And then, hey, and everybody's saying hi to each other. Let me just kind of go down through here. Okay. Glenda is going to be our new homesteading Martha Stewart. Maybe I may have to take on Martha Stewart. She has nothing on me, just saying. I think I can take over, I mean, good grief. She's been around. We need some new blood out there, right? Some new decorating, new homesteading. Yeah, that's what we need to do. And I mean, we could call it the lazy Glenda Homesteader. Not so lazy. But anyhow, I wonder why I put that in there. IKEA. Anyhow, oh my goodness. Oh, Henry's in the house. Hi, Henry. You're new to me. Thank you so much for stopping in. I appreciate that you're here. If you like what you see, hit the like button and subscribe. But most importantly, thank you for stopping in. I appreciate it. Let's see here. Who else is here? Tracy's here. Hey, Tracy, how are you doing? I'm so glad to see you here. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Black. Oh, yes, the black gum. That is my international homesteaders tip. We used to live in Japan. And yes, Sir Grace was chewing on the black gum. Let me just say that I went through. So you buy like a big box of it. And yeah, he probably had about half of that box, not packages. I'm talking like quite a bit. And I think that helped him as well. Black gum is Japanese. It's not the same as the big C word, which I won't say here. But anyhow, that country that starts with the C, it's not from there. It's from Japan, which I absolutely trust their country and their standards. I live there. And yeah, so anyhow, so black gum is a mentholated gum. You either like it or you hate it. That's why I always ask first, do you like menthol? Because it's extremely strong and it will open up your sinuses like that. You might even cough a little bit, but it is super strong. Great if you're not feeling good. But again, you must like mentholated because otherwise it's going to hit you over the head pretty hard. And I think it has a little bit of caffeine in it as well, which helps as well. So yeah, that's my international homesteading tip that I never thought about. My other one comes from living in England. So my children all went to English schools. They didn't go to the American ones at the beginning of their education. And one of the things that was a huge problem when we were living there was lice. And I don't know what the American standards are now because my kids are all married and doing their thing now. But back in the day, lice was really big in their school system and they never sent kids home. So my oldest came home and we went to the store. My husband was gone. I brought my sister over to stay with me while my husband was on a business trip. And while we were in the store, my sister looked over at my oldest hair and saw something moving in her head. And upon looking, I realized what it was. It was lice, and her head was completely infected. And oh my gosh, it grossed me out. I never had lice growing up. I just never had it, And so I was mortified. So I bought, I'm not going to say the brand name, but I bought the typical American stuff to deal with lice. You can think of the brand. Brought it home, dealt with it, and not one single lice would die. Not one. I used everything. Well, my neighbor was Welsh and she came over to my house and she said, I heard you were having problems with lice, and let me tell you what to go get. And so she recommended that I go get tea tree oil shampoo, not the scented stuff, the one with the tea tree oil. She told me where to go purchase it when I lived over there. So I went and I purchased it, and I purchased the tea tree essential oil, and I followed her instructions. We washed our hair in it, all of us. And then I used a knit comb to go through it. And then I washed it again, used a knit comb to go through it. And then at the end, I took some olive oil and some tea tree oil, and I mixed it all up in my hand. And then I rubbed it through each of my littles' heads. And then I did my sister's head, and my sister did mine. We put shower caps on it. All of the laundry went through the hot wash. And then vacuumed everything, and then I sprayed tea tree oil everywhere. Within 24 hours, I was able to get rid of the lice, and then we always kept tea tree oil shampoo, not the scented stuff, but the one with the essential oil in it, in our home while the kids were still in school. And then we never had a problem again. Well, fast forward, moved to the United States. I send my daughter up on a trip, and her friend came back with lice, and her friend had thick curly hair, and long, thick curly hair. And her mother was grossed out. I'm like, I know what to do. I'm going to get the tea tree oil. And I went over, I took care of my daughter first, had her sitting with a shower cap, like her hair was washed and everything, but she was sitting with her shower cap, tea tree oil, and some olive oil mix. And she was just sitting there, and I gave her a towel, and I said, just dab. Don't lift that shower curtain, just dab. And I went over to her friend's house. Her mother was grossed out. And so I had my hair pulled back, and I just went right in and I took care of her hair. And her mom took care of her bedroom. And funny story, while I was doing her hair, a cockroach came up through the kitchen sink, and oh my gosh, I screamed so loud. I was so grossed out. But that's something that happens in Tucson. That's another story. But anyhow, the next day, the girls went back to school. The school nurse did not believe that all of the lice was gone. And so she called me, and I said, well, pull my daughter and check her head. So she pulled both of the girls, because she had to call the other girl's mom. So she checked, and then she called me back, and she goes, how did you do it? There's not one single lice in either of their heads. How'd you do it? And I'm like, tea tree oil. So that is my other international homesteading tip. I love essential oils. They have different purposes for different things. But tea tree oil is right up there, top of the must have. It is very strong, so please use it with caution. Don't use it around your animals, because animals are very sensitive to it. But if you have a lice issue, you might want to try it. That's just my own thing. But anyhow, okay, so Glenda Stewart, that's my new name, Glenda Stewart. Let's see here. Oh, thank you so much for dropping links, Jesse. I see that, and I saw a couple others doing that, so I appreciate it. Oh, wait a minute. Hi. Wait a second. Is Xander in the house? Did I miss Xander? Usually that's my hi for Xander. I don't know where he's at. Let's see here. It just amazes me to think I've been working on this blanket for about 2 months, and I have 6 rows to finish it. Oh my gosh, isn't that the best feeling? I did a blanket for my oldest, and it took me almost a year, because I went through shoulder surgery and everything, and I gave it to her at Christmas when she was by herself, and she cried, and I'm just so happy. It just made me so just blessed me to see her take that. I'm working on ones for the other 2, but it'll be a while. See, I'll be posting gluten-free graham crackers recipe tomorrow evening. I want to do another live. Does anyone have a request for a recipe for the live? Ooh, gluten-free. I'd like to see that. That sounds so good. Let's see here. Hi, all from Pigeon Forge. Excuse me, Miss Vacationer. Where is my mother? Because you are with my mother. Yes, that's it. Right there's the link, and that is going into your channel, right? So you get all the good stuff for that, right? Just making sure. Let's see here. Grace and Fire. I'd like a spoonful of horseradish to clear up congestion. Yeah, I've heard that works really well. And I love horseradish. That is one of my favorites. Let's see here. I used olive oil on some kids I knew who had it. It smothers them and wash with dish soap to get the oil, and it worked great. Yeah, there's something about that works. It got it out. Yep, I see. Yep, got it out. Yeah, it does work wonderful. I love stuff like that. Do they have a different breed of lice over there that are resistant to our products? Right? I don't know, but let me say those little boogers were hard to get rid of. And I mean, seriously, I don't know. We had it in the States too, so I don't know, but I had tried everything, and the stuff that everybody knows to go purchase in the United States. I purchased it when I lived over there, and they were it just didn't even react. And I was so grateful. My neighbor was Welsh. She was holistic. And she was very kind because I was the only American in this little cul-de-sac, in this little sweet little town that I loved. I lived in a village for a while, and I was so appreciative to her. She saved the day, and I wish I could go back and hug her and say, I use that later down the road. And that's my big tip to everybody. If you know anybody who's dealing with lice in their school, start with putting it in the shampoo, the tea tree oil in your shampoo, and then you shouldn't have any problems. But if you do get a bout of it, just use tea tree oil. It'll take care of it. Let's see here. Okay. Oh, that's sad. I didn't know that. Let's see here. I've never had to deal with them. I didn't have to deal with them until I moved to England. I never had a. He's alive! Hi. Oh my goodness, Alexander! I'm so glad you're here. I've missed you. Oh my goodness, you just made my day. Thank you for being here, Alexander. And then he's saying hi to everybody. And it's James Hall, y'all at James Hall. Well, I like to watch the other one, but the show it's not James Hall. Now you got me all messed up here now. Ryan Hall, y'all. I like to watch him. He's really good as far as with weather, and very accurate, I have to say. Let's see here. I wonder if tea tree oil would be good to use if we ever had aphids or spider mites again. I don't know. That's a great question. I there was a company that I used to buy products from, and it's a tea tree oil based company. And I remember hearing in some of the training years ago that the Aborigines would use it medicinally if they had battle scar wounds, and it's supposed to be really good as far as healing the skin and killing all the germs naturally. There's a lot of things you can do with tea tree oil, but yeah, for sure, it's strong. So you may or may not like it. So just kind of know that it's a very strong one, but it's got a lot of really good properties to it. So do your research, but I'm wondering if it would work on spider mites and aphids. Naturally, I use, let's see here, for aphids is ladybugs, spider mites on plants. I've had one bout of spider mites, and I've had to go back and just use a little bit of alcohol on and just wipe it off. That helped out, but I don't know, you can give tea tree oil a try. Let me know if you do, because I'd like to know. But there are a lot of really good things that tea tree oil is good for. The size of the blanket, oh my gosh, is for a California king bed. And you did that in 2 months. Miss Rebecca, that is a record, at least in comparison to me, because the one that I did was just a lap blanket, and it took me a year. Yeah. Hats off to you. Hats off to you. Thank you. Oh my goodness. I feel that would probably take me 3 or 4 years to do. I'm so impressed by people who can just do it and get it done, but wow, California King, that is a huge blanket for sure. Thanks, Papa Jesse. Oh, you've dropped the link. Let's see here. Driving down the main parkway. Oh, okay. Well, I'll give Mom just a little grace. Only if you guys are having fun, I'll give you the full grace. How's that? I hope you guys are having fun. I'm just teasing. Let's see here. Enjoyed all. Oh, I'm so glad. Let's see here. Of course it is, Glenda. Support local YouTubers. That's right. We got to support one another for sure. I mean, you never know what you can learn from somebody else that can make a huge change in your life for the positive. You know, I'll tell you something. I thought I had to reach out to Ginger, and I think I'm going to go ahead and try this, Ginger. Yeah, keep those hands on the wheels, but hello. Okay, she's saying hi. I think my mom is driving. So this week, I had a bunch of figs in my freezer. I had collected just enough figs to make one batch of fig, rosemary, and wine jam. And I told Sir Grace, I said, we're going to find out if the fig trees can stay, because I have been waiting for like 4 years for these to produce enough fruit that I could do something with it. So all summer, this past summer, I went out and I collected my figs and I washed them and I threw them in a big gallon-sized Ziploc bag. And I've left them there. Of course, we went through the kitchen renovation. So they just sat there. And then I thought, I got to do something with these figs. So I found a recipe and I made it. And let me just say, it is super good. Oh, on Aunt Lynn, tell Mom she'll have to call me back later. Anyhow, so I put it on some brie and some crackers. And let me just say, it is really good. So I reached out to Ginger because I have this wine left over, and I heard you could make wine jam, and I thought she was the one that made it, but no, she made a champagne jam that looked good. I saw the video. I went back and watched it. I think I might try it since they're basically the same thing. I think I might try it with the rest of the red wine, and let's see how that turns out. So it may be next week I'll get to it and get it done, because I've got a lot of red wine that I need to use up. So that's what I'm kind of going through. Let's see here. Wasabi is also great for congestion. You know, it's so funny because I've lived all over. When I lived in Japan, I tried wasabi and I hated it. But now I love wasabi. It's really, really good. Let's see here. Yeah, I know my mom was calling in. I know. Hang on a minute, Aunt Lynn. We're going to do something. I'm going to send over a link from Mom. So let's see here. There it is. And if Mom wants to come on in, Mom, check your text message, because I've just text messaged you the link if you want to come on in, Mom. Let's see here. Carlene is in the house. Hey, Carlene. Oh, you changed your picture. Look at that. Looks like you're at a 50s diner having a wonderful milkshake. Hello. I would love one of those. I love going to places like that. They make tea tree shampoo. They do. So that's why I'm saying you want the one with the essential oil and not the one that's scented, because there are scented tea tree oil shampoos. So make sure you take the bottle, flip it over, and make sure the essential oil is actually a part of the ingredient. So that way you get the full benefits. Otherwise, it's just good. It's also really good if you've got dandruff too. They make tea tree oil shampoo for people who have dandruff, and it helps. And a lot of hairstylists recommend it, because I had that conversation with my hairstylist and she said, oh my gosh, I never knew about the lice thing. I'll keep that in mind, but I recommend it for dandruff. So something to check into if you've got problems with dandruff. Hello to everyone in the chat. Let's see here. We use tea tree shampoo. It's the best. My daughter-in-law stayed with us at Christmas, and she text messaged me, and I couldn't remember what shampoo I had in the shower that they used. And she said, what was that lovely shampoo that you used? And I'm like, what shampoo did I put in the guest bath? So I went in there and I looked, and I shot her back, and I'm like, it's tea tree shampoo. I think she might be getting some of it. She fell in love with it. You have to be careful, tea tree, on that. It smothers the cells of the leaves so they can't absorb oh, okay. Yes, this is for plant care. So it can absorb the carbon dioxide and make oxygen. So be careful with it. Okay, that's a good point to have. So maybe dilute it and see if it works. I mean, that would work. Let's see here. I will be showing this blanket Monday night at 8:30 Central Time, so 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, folks. This Monday. I can't wait. I'm gonna have to look for that. I hope it does too. I have family that can't have seeds, and I'm always wanting to share the jams and jellies that I make. And I know that the fig one can't be shared with somebody specifically. But I'd like to make the wine one because, well, there would be no seeds in that one. So yeah, I'm gonna have to give this a try because I don't think it would be that different of a recipe from what you shared, because I watched it and to me it looks the same. And worst case scenario, we eat it up right away. I put it all in the refrigerator and it gets eaten up right away. Most wasabi isn't from real wasabi plant. It's from horseradish now. I didn't know that. I know that I tried it in Japan and I was not a fan of it. You know, what's funny, the other thing I tried when I lived in Japan was green tea, and I couldn't stand it. And now that's like one of my favorite things. No joke. The first time I tried green tea, I used to work for a daycare center on the military installation, and we partnered with a Japanese daycare center, and we traded like we did tours with each other and as a part of a friendship thing. And when you live in Japan, or if somebody from Japan gives you something to eat or drink, you must eat it or drink it all. Otherwise you offend them. And so they gave us all tea, and I love tea, but at the time I didn't like green tea. And I took one sip of it and I remember thinking, this is the worst thing I've ever had. And I thought, oh crap, what am I going to do? Because I can't chug this. It may cause me to vomit. And my friend was sitting next to me, and we waited for the host people to turn their backs, and then we kind of like switched cups as fast as we could, and she drank the rest of mine for me. Dodged a bullet. But now I love it. It's so weird because I love to make it without any kind of sweetener in it. And it's bitter. I don't know why, but I love it. And I promise I'm not a bitter person, but let's see here. The real wasabi is I didn't know that. I've learned something new today. Let's see, the tea tree oil is also called Melaleuca. It is Melaleuca altiformilia, I'm going to butcher it. But anyhow, yeah, that's the true name of tea tree oil is Melaleuca. Oh, Miss Ann is in the house. Hey, Miss Ann, thank you so much. This is actually my natural hair. I didn't feel like straightening it, and I got up and just you have to put a lot of product in it because, otherwise my hair actually frizzes too if you don't put enough product in. And I have like hair, like no joke, Miss Ann, it comes all the way out here and yeah. And it looks like I stuck my finger in a socket. It's not pretty. So there's a lot of product in here to keep it under wraps because I have super thick hair. So yeah, but yeah, thank you so much. I appreciate it. I like it curly. There's some really pretty little curls, but I also like to straighten it because then I can get several days without having to wash it. Although my hairstylist told me, she said, you really could get a couple of days out with your curly hair. And I'm thinking, I don't know. We'll have to try it. Let's hear. The one time in my life that I made sushi, I had no idea what wasabi was. I assumed it was a garnish and just drizzled it. Oh no. And took the tray to their 4th of July cookout. Surprise! Oh girl. Oh girl. I'm sure that everybody and their brother was like, it's hot. It's hot. We are not calling. Okay. Don't call then. Let's see here. You gag it down, right? That's what you have to do, especially if a sweet Japanese person feeds you. There was another time when I lived in Japan. I used to teach English in my home. And what was really nice is I had this one student who invited me over for a proper Japanese meal. And I took my sister with me, and we took my littles. And let me say, it was just so beautifully done. It was so elegant. All the really pretty dishes were out, and I felt so loved and welcomed. And I don't like sushi at all. I can't stand it. And that was actually one of the things that was served. And I ate it, but I also had a sinus infection, so I couldn't taste it. My sister looked over at me. She goes, "How could you eat that? I know you hate sushi." And I said, "Well, sinus infection. I can't taste anything." But there were things that I wanted to taste, lots of things. But that's how I got the sushi down. But oh my goodness. So I did make a comment, and I love yakisoba. And that was one of the things that her mother had made. And so I asked for that recipe. It is now on the channel. It's quite a ways back in my channel, but I make yakisoba from scratch. And I also learned how to make gyoza, which is like, Americans, we call it pot stickers, but gyoza is, they're little wrappers, and they use a lot of the leftover vegetables and meat and whatnot. And you steam it. You fry it at first, and then you steam it at the last bit, and it cooks all the way through. Oh, I love a good Japanese dish like that. One of my favorites. And I'm so picky when I go to Japanese restaurants because I've had it cooked and prepared the right way. It's hard to come back. And I went to a Japanese restaurant locally. Oh gosh, it's been 10 years ago now. And it tells you how long it's been since I've been there. They doused it with butter, and it was awful. I'm like, this is not true Japanese cuisine. And but I love this dish. So I still make it from time to time. And gyoza, when I make it, I'll make a whole bunch of it, and I'll put it in my freezer. And then as we want gyoza, I'll pull a little bit out just for the family. And yeah, it's one of my favorite things to eat. So, and I still make it to this day. And it's the way that my Japanese student showed me how to do it. So, I'm so grateful for that experience. Excuse me, big brother. Somebody's got a birthday coming up. Y'all, somebody's having a birthday real soon. Hey, big brother. Happy birthday. I'm going to be saying this until it's your birthday every day now. Happy birthday. Let's see here. Hey, Scott. Oh, good. We're saying hi to people. Angie's in the house. Hey, girl. Not singing to you, but I'm going to say, hey, girl. Thank you so much for being here. Angie is the well-loved VA nurse, and everybody likes to sing to her. And I promise you, sweetheart, I will butcher it. I ain't going to do that to you because I care. Thank you for being here, Angie. I appreciate it. Do you mean sashimi? Yes, sashimi. But over there, they call it sushi, is what they say. And yeah, I don't care for it. And I don't really care for the veggie version of it either. And it's the seaweed that bothers me, to be really honest. Raw fish and seaweed. I don't know why. It bothers me. Say hello, hello. It is hard. Yes, it is. Let me see here. Who else? Yes. See what I'm saying? Oh, that's right. Happy birthday, Scott. It's somebody's birthday coming up. Where were you last night, dude? I was looking for your live, and I saw that you canceled it. You had something else go on. No, wait a minute. Yeah. Wonder where you were at. Kind of missed you last night. That's okay. I'm just picking on you. It's what little sisters do. Well, I'm a big sister, so I really don't know how to be a little sister. So there is that. Rebecca says, hey, Scott. And happy birthday. I hope you're going to do something fun to celebrate. Hank better be a good boy. He better be a good boy and stay away from those socks and not eat them. You know, it will be your birthday. So real soon. And then I think Miss Lisa's next up after that, if I'm not mistaken. I've forgotten what day off the top of my head. I'm bad with that, but yeah, agree. A friend of mine eats seaweed like it's going out of style. If he could, he would go to the coast and eat it from the sea itself. I should check on him. Probably should check on him. Actually, seaweed has a lot of really good health benefits. It's just something to it that I don't care for. But I know that a lot of people love it. And yeah, so it's just something I don't care for. But gyoza and yakisoba, that's off the hook. And then they have some of the prettiest desserts that taste so good. I remember when we would go to the mall. The malls are in skyscrapers. It's not like U.S. malls. And it makes me wonder if they still have them because of what happened in the U.S. But anyhow, in the malls, in the basement was always the grocery store. And I remember just walking past, looking at all their desserts going, oh my gosh, these are the prettiest works of art that I've ever seen. And we bought a few of them every once in a while and take them home. And they were so good. I mean, oh, now then we lived in England. In our village, we had a bakery that made fresh bread every day. And let me say, that was amazing too. I may have gained a lot of weight living in England, eating all that fresh bread, but it was worth it. Let's see here. February 10th. Okay. That's what I was thinking was her birthday. But I wasn't sure. And the 29th. That's right. It's coming up, folks. We've only got 4 days left. February 10th. Okay, so he's confirming. All right, let's see. It does. But after going to Japan 2 times, one time with my grandmother when I was 14, and then to help my various sister after the earthquake, I still can't do seaweed. Oh my goodness. Whereabouts in Japan did you go? We lived on the outskirts of Tokyo. So I went into Tokyo a lot. I used to take the train system, and it never ceased to amaze me. I would see little kids get on and off the trains by themselves. And yeah, that was just crazy to see. No parents, nobody messed with them. It was one of the friendliest countries I've ever lived in, the safest country still to this day. And I'm going to include the United States. It is the safest country I've ever lived in to this day. Nobody messes with nobody. I used to get lost in Tokyo all the time with my oldest. I couldn't read kanji. I knew to get home, I had to look for a shake and 3 French fries because that's what it looked like to get home to my train station. That once I got to the train station, I knew how to get back. But I would ask people all the time, if they knew English was a second language. So I'd find somebody, you speak English, and then I would tell them what train station I was looking for, and people would help. But otherwise, they'd leave you alone. And I absolutely loved it there. Let's see here. What was the first meal you made in your new kitchen? The first meal I made in my new kitchen was eggs, bacon, toast, hash browns with a cup of coffee. That was actually the first one. Now, I don't know that that would count as like a proper dinner, but that is what I was craving. And that's what Sir Grace was craving. So that was our first one, was breakfast for dinner. Then the second one that I made was, let me think. Oh, I don't know what to call this. It's a dump and go. I did it in a crock pot because I was still doing some finishing touches. So you take chicken and you throw it in your crock pot. You throw in, I had a home canned corn and home canned tomatoes, and I home canned black beans, and threw all that in there. And then I put some taco seasoning in there, let that cook most of the day. About an hour before serving, I threw in a block of cream cheese, and let that all mix up real good. And then I served it over rice. I don't know what that's called. I just call it a dump and go. It's really good. Let's see here. Your birthday is July 26th. All right. Let's see here. Mine is in April as well as Jesse's. We're a day apart, actually. Let's see here. Today is Chris at Texas Raiders. Oh my gosh, you guys. We need to go over tonight and after Lazy Days Ahead. They'll be coming up next. And wish Chris a happy birthday. I didn't know that. That's amazing. Thank you for sharing. Wait, did you say bacon? I'm on my way. Let me tell you something there, Jesse. Sir Grace has been craving a lot of bacon lately. Yesterday, I was getting ready to go somewhere, and he came over and he pulled out the baking dish and he goes, "Would you make me some bacon?" I'm like, yeah. So I made him some bacon. And I said, how many slices do you want? If you wonder where the bacon is going, Sir Grace, he ate 5 slices. And it was the thick bacon too, by the way. 5 slices of bacon. That's what he wanted. So yeah, he might be a baconaholic. Oh, Hitachi. Okay. Yep. I've heard of that place. I have. Okay. Well, that's cool. I wondered. Let's see here. Hi, Karma. Let's see here. Sounds great to me. We have breakfast for supper a lot. Let me say, that is the best thing to do, is to eat breakfast for dinner. I love to make biscuits and gravy with some eggs for breakfast every now and then. Oh, my goodness. Look who stopped in. Oh, she said she hadn't received her link. Well, I don't know what happened to it. I sent it, Mom. Yep, it says I sent it, so I'm not sure what happened. I'm gonna be popping off here in a bit anyhow, so I'm sorry. We'll have to catch you the next time. I hope you are having a blast. I know that place is so much fun. There's so many fun things to do. There's a lot of antiquing, and I think you were meeting up with somebody, another YouTuber down there. I think, weren't you? It's a really neat place to go. Is Pigeon Forge in Gatlinburg. And my other recommendation is, if you stay there, get in the car and go somewhere like half an hour to an hour outside of the area too. There's a lot to be seen besides what's down in that area, because I feel like sometimes it's a little bit commercialized, which if you like that kind of thing and you like that they're catering to you and everything's all commercial, I don't know how to describe it to you, but then that's your place to go. But I like to get away, go out in the country, go find the little mom and pop shops. And I found a coffee place, about a half an hour away from Pigeon Forge. And oh my gosh, that was like the best cup of coffee down there that I had had. And yes, I even went to Starbucks, and I do like Starbucks. I'm not hating on them, but this mom and pop place was even better. So that was kind of fun. Let's see here. Wait for me, Papa Jesse. I'm coming too. Okay, I'll make y'all some bacon. Y'all come on over. How many pieces of bacon do you want? Because I'll make y'all some. Let's see here. Hey, Xander. Oh, Mom says, hey, Xander. Wait, when is your birthday? I am a 420 girl. Yes, I said that right. 420. And you can laugh about it all you want. I have a joke about my birthday. I like to go and purchase a pot. Yes, I said this. I purchase a flower pot always on my birthday. And that's my little tongue in cheek. And I'm just going to say, if you don't know what I'm referencing, just Google 420 and just go, oh, that's Glenda's tongue in cheek. She buys a flower pot. Oh, way to go, Sir Grace. I'm with you. So 5 slices of bacon, and not the thin stuff either. It's the thick stuff from Costco. Oh, you're going for 10? Okay. All right there, Dark Lord. All right, Xander, I got you hooked up. Let's see here. Oh, you're a 417. Okay. You're close. You're close. Oh, okay. Smoky Mountain Bless. You'll be hooking up with them. Oh, I'm so glad. I wanted to hook up with them the last time we were down there, but I was with my kiddos. So maybe the next time I come down there without my kiddos, I might hook up with them. But when I'm with my kiddos, I'm on family time, and there's nothing that beats that, but to sit back and enjoy being amongst them, because now they're all adults and mama misses her babies, just saying. But I got bonus kids and I got grandbabies out of it. So I ain't complaining. I love it. And I just soak that all up, all the noise, all the laughter, all the joy. I love cooking for them all. It's fun because it's weird not cooking for my kiddos anymore. But when I got to cook for all of them, it's like double the amount of what I was used to. It's kind of fun for me and I enjoy every bit of it. Oh, Randy, you're in the house. Welcome in. Welcome in. And you need to pay for parking or you'll get towed. Where's that at? I'm not sure where you have. Oh, maybe downtown. Downtown Gatlinburg. You have to pay for it. But now here's a tip. Go to the visitor center, park your car there. There's a trolley, and it'll take you all the way down in there. Last time I was there, I don't think parking was too crazy. So I think it was like 20 or 25, but that's like all day. And for like, if you're going to go shopping, that's why I say it's not too bad. It'd be worth it because one time I parked at the visitor center and then I had to carry back some heavy stuff. And I was like, not having it. I was so upset. I'm a 6-slice bacon person. That's right. And Lisa says, okay. So she grabs 3 slices and cuts them in half and tries to fool me. If I did that to Sir Grace, he'd be like, you cut 2.5 slices of bacon for this 5, Glenda? I don't think so. He is a 5-slice kind of guy. Oh my goodness. Trip is in the house. Hey there, Trip. I'm so glad you're here. Y'all, do me a favor. Do me a solid. Go check out Trip's channel. I know that he's been posting new videos. I saw that you posted one from today. I haven't watched it yet, truth be known. I'm going to watch that after Lazy Days Ahead with Jesse and Lisa goes live tonight. But y'all, please go over and check out Trip. He is the real deal. He's super awesome and a motivational guy. I mean, God put you in our lives, Trip. I'm just saying. I'm so glad you're here. Thank you for being here. Yes, and Alexander, thank you for posting his link. I want you all to go check out Trip's channel. Let's see here. Go to Costco and stock up. I have lots of bacon in my freezer because last time I was getting the bacon. What's behind me? A cabinet full of fabric from our favorite thrifting place, Mom. Let's see here. 525. I will be 75. Oh my good. There's no way. Honey, you don't even look like you're in your 70s. You look like you're in your 50s. And I have met this woman in person. You're fibbing. And I'm not just saying that. I think you're fibbing. I think you're fibbing. Oh, thank you for sharing out Trip's channel. I appreciate that. Thank you. Yeah, cutting in half with bacon. No. I have to do 5 full slices. So what is that? You know, if I get 10, he can say he has 10 slices of bacon if I cut it in half. I don't know. I'm trying to get into a routine by showing up every Saturday. Awesome. I am so glad. And let me say, seriously, if you think you're having a bad day, go watch some of his videos. Just saying, you won't be disappointed. He really is the real deal. He's living with MS and he is an inspiration for us all. I'm just saying, when I feel like I'm having a bad day, that's what I do. So just saying. And you are so welcome, my friend. You are so welcome. You are family to me. I know Trip in a personal note, and he knows how we feel about him. He's family. So I'm so glad you're here. Thanks for posting my link. I don't know how to do that yet, but I plan on learning. Trip, I can teach you whatever you need to know. And you know what? If you ever want to come on live with me, let me know. And I would love to teach you how to do that. We would love to hear from you live. That's just my encouragement with love. So let me know. We'll talk, okay? And let's see here. Aunt Lynn's birthday is 10/19 and she's 10/28. Yes, that's right. October babies. Carlene, you have the same month and day as my brother. Ronald will be 67. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. Thank you, but born 5/25/50. Honey, there is no way you're that old. I'm serious when I say you look like you're in your 50s, sweetheart. Yeah. Let's see. Thank you so much. And we will do that. We need to talk, you and I, because it's time for you to go live. It is time. You are such a motivational guy and full of life, full of joy. And yes, we need to talk, you and I, for sure. All right, you guys, it is 5:45 Eastern Standard Time. I want to give you guys each time to go get you maybe something for dinner, get your favorite snack, use the restroom, and get ready because Jesse and Lisa are going to be going live tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. That's 5 for those of you in the Central Time, 4 in the Mountain Time, and 3 in the Pacific. And I can't think of the rest of the time zones for everybody else, so I'm so sorry. But you have 15 minutes. Go do what you need to do and head on over. I know that Jesse plays some fun dancing music, so y'all get your dancing shoes on. Anyhow, thank you so much for spending your Saturday night with us. This was a fun, lazy Saturday night chat. I hope each of you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend and a wonderful week, and we will see y'all next week right here, same time, same place. Have a good one. Bye.